little more of the real Florida. And if you can see, I haven't stopped anywhere here yet that there wasn't an alligator. That's a pretty good doggone size one there. He just has his eyes and nose sticking out of the water, waiting on prey. And I hope he's not considering me prey. All right. You're all right. You're all right. Well, I found what I think is a good place to pull over here and get down and take a look at this canal. This thing is run for miles down along this Route 41, which they call Tamiami Trail. And as you can see, it's fresh water. It's real windy out here right now. I hope my voice is coming through good. I have my little spongy thingy on here. But I really like these lily pads. And these things are really pretty when they bloom out. Now, it didn't quite time. There's some blooms down here getting ready. I don't know if you can see them there, the yellow blooms. But they're really pretty flowers when they bloom out. There's a gator park, airboat tours, restaurant, gift shop. They're doing a pretty good business in these places. A lot of cars in here. There's that canal. I've driven by a couple of spots where it looked like guys had something hooked and were reeling it in. I bet there are a lot of bass in these things. We're in some kind of, I don't know how to say it, Miccosukee Indian reservation. They have the traffic going real slow, like 45 miles an hour. I hope I can stop some of the quiver. My dash cam thing, I need to do some improvement to it. There's some more people fishing. Rainbow airboat rides. This is a pretty neat area down through here. If anybody ever gets a chance to check it out. And those cops there call themselves the Muskogee Police. I don't know what I don't know what that means. Muskogee. Looks like a lot of people in here today want to take the original airboat tour. Gator encounter. Now the reason I'm down here today is I went from Tampa Bay all the way down to Fort Lauderdale on I-75. I'm picking up something for a person. And I guess it's one of the little side perks of being an Uber driver. You get, if people know you're a driver, they can put all kind of different jobs on you. But anyway, I was real happy to do this because I've been wanting to tour this part of Florida anyway for a long time. But I came down 75, and it was, you know, just typical highway. There were some places I could have gotten off, and I wish I did and took a couple of pictures, but I didn't. But anyway, I picked up the item, and I decided I was going to take the long way back home. So I'm on Route 41, and I'm heading back to Tampa Bay the long way. And so I'm going to show a few things along the way that I ran across. There are several tourist stops where you can get airboat rides. There are alligator tours and all these places, and I'll show them here to you. All these places have been pretty busy, so people are really using them. I don't know if that's an all-year thing or if it's just like during this time of year thing or what. But anyway, they were pretty busy with those airboat and alligator tours. And so I'm really going to enjoy this long way. I know it's going to take extra time, it's going to burn up extra gas, and it's going to do all that, but I can say that I completed the Tamiami Trail, so that's what I'm doing right now. So come along with me. Maybe you'll enjoy some of this. So see you in the next clip. Welcome to the Serengeti of South Florida. Isn't that what that looks like? Look at that flat, grassy plain out there. It's unreal. Everything has its own beauty. There were about 6 or 7 baby gators right there that scurried off into the water, and I didn't catch it. There's still one sitting. Check him out, little baby. That's probably 2.5 feet long. The ones that scurried off to the water were a lot smaller than that. They're probably too big to have a mama around anywhere. At least I don't see mama. I can see one of those little ones right out in front of that bigger one. See right there. Little bitty baby one. Okay, I'm crossing through a place called Big Cypress Park. Now I'm going to have to check and see if that's state or federal. But there's a gator laying back in there, if you can see it. Doesn't seem to be at all disturbed by me. But if you'll look, those are all cypress trees. You can see that big trunk extends down into the water. And a whole lot more lily pads around here. Man, this is a pretty place. I'm not kidding, right off the side of the highway. Just beautiful. Thought there was something there, but just a bag. Oh, there's a bass. I'm gonna have to get me a portable fishing rod. I can see that. There's some kind. See that dark image right there? See where my hand is here. Right there. It's some kind of plecostomus looking thing. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I used to have a bunch of aquariums, and you put these plecostomus things in there to help clean up algae and stuff. But that's about 50 times bigger than any one I ever had in the tank. The only bad thing about this not being pure nature, of course, is these cars driving by at 900 miles an hour. I can see something else down there moving around, but I can't tell what it is either. There's our alligator again. And that's what cypress tree looks like. So now you've seen a cypress tree from the bottom to the top, sticking out of the water. Wow. See you later, gator. There was a sign back there calling this the real Florida. So any of you folks ever wanted to know what the real Florida looked like, here's the real Florida. And by the way, the name of that park I was in is called Big Cypress National Preserve. So finally I get the right name on here. There's a little more of the real Florida. And if you can see, I haven't stopped anywhere here yet that there wasn't an alligator. Now, that's a pretty good doggone size one there. He just has his eyes and nose sticking out of the water, waiting on prey. And I hope he's not considering me prey. Alright. You're alright. You're alright. Alright, here we go, folks. This is the name of this place. And they're asking for $3, which I will have no issue giving to them. So, let me put the camera up, get the billfold out. And of course I didn't bring my stabilizer because who thought I would be doing this today. But anyway, I'm going to start putting all that stuff in my car. You never know when you want to film something. I can't believe, I know you can hear me, I'm winded. This thing's gone back in here, I bet more than a quarter of a mile. I can't believe it. Somebody built this far back in here. I still don't see the end of it. Let's see if we can hear some birds. Few birds around for the bird watcher, and your $3 being well spent. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up a little bit. I need to start heading back to where I'm supposed to be going, and because I'm taking way longer than I was supposed to. But the only thing in summing this up, the only thing I can say, if you're not in any kind of hurry, if you're crossing the bottom of Florida from west to east or east to west, doesn't make any difference. Don't go I-75. Go US 41. It's called the Tamiami Trail. And there's a whole lot to see and do down through here. I didn't touch on it. But there are a lot of fishing opportunities, alligator watching, there are airboat rides. There are some Indian kind of things going on, and some souvenir shops, and just the whole 9 yards. So it's really worth it. Now, in fairness to the I-75, they did have a couple places you could get off and launch a boat. But other than that, there's not very much there. And if you're going to go on either one of these routes, make sure you have plenty of gas, because there's not a lot in the way of gas stations on either one of them, I-75 or US 41. I was actually starting to worry about it a little bit, but I found a marathon station. So anyway, that's going to sum this up, and I hope this video found everyone well, as always, and we'll see you next time. In case anybody's wondering what I'm talking about, I hope I don't cast too much of a shadow, but here is 75 running to the east coast, and here is 41, the Tamiami Trail. And this is a real scenic route, has a lot of stuff to do, so I'm just saying, if you're ever traveling from the west coast to east coast, or east coast to west coast, I'm sure going to recommend that you take this Route 41.